What's up, guys? Erebus back once again. Today we're on meta level, right about meta level. This chap is level 125, hanging out in Gank City. So I was trying to do some invasions. I ended up getting invaded. So that's what's going on here towards the beginning. Get invaded by this chap. He's got a real big sword. He's also got power within going. So I know he's going to hit hard. I went ahead and blocked, even though I probably shouldn't have. Would have been smarter to roll, but I was wanting to try to go for a parry, but missed the rolling attack. Went ahead and took him out anyway with the curved sword. And look at this blue. Goes for the point down. You weren't even there, dude. Go away. I went ahead and took away the blue off after that because I didn't want them interfering with invasions anyway. So now I accidentally, while I was going for my red eye orb, went for the dried fingers. So there's a few more times I get invaded before we get into any invasions. So here we've got an onion bro who tries blocking when he really shouldn't have. Don't know what was going on with that animation, but got the damage. That's all I care about. And then just swing through his Gothards. Nothing he could have really done there, to be honest. Curved swords, particularly the Exile curved greatsword, is just a barrel of fun. Now this chap, I see these hammers, and I want to parry. Whether it's smart or not, I don't know, but I want to. There I knew he was going to come in. He was rolling towards me. He was looking for an opening. Thought he had one, so he took it. And guess what? It's chug-a-clock. So this went from being a duel to just an invasion. Which was not smart of him, but I guess he didn't really have an option since he was out of health already. At this point, maybe he's just hoping he'll get a teammate or something. Because 1v1, a duel with Estus is not really going to work. As an invader, because I have a lot more Estus. So the only chance he would have had, I guess, would be to wear me down. I don't know. But I've resolved not to drink. The honor is more important to me than winning at this point. So I don't drink, and I give him a nice point down for drinking once it's all over. No GG that time. So now we're getting in some invasions here. This is actually a slightly older clip, hence why my fashion is quite different. So I came in as an Aldrich, and there's a purple here. We spawned right next to each other. And there's a little two-man team down here. So purple goes that way. He gets shot. So I'm going to go the other way. I have the obscuring ring on, so they actually can't see me at this point. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to let the purple get and hopefully maintain their attention. And I'm going to come around the back and surprise them. So that's the plan. They're going to be able to hear me, but I'm just hoping that they don't think to turn around. They don't. And go ahead and one-shot this Phantom. Which I did go ahead and check PSN after the fact to be sure. No, that was not Ouroboros. It was not. It was just some sort of fan, I guess. Or somebody who likes snakes that eat their own tails. I don't know. But at any rate, no famous YouTubers today. We get another teammate, and so now it's 3-on-1 versus the judge. The judge likes the drink. He's going for parries here. Good cosplay, though, as the Silver Knight. Got to give him props for that. Everybody loves a complete cosplay. Not sure which weapon he's rocking. I can't quite see right now. Some sort of straight sword, but so I don't know if it's a complete cosplay, but close enough. I don't even think there aren't even Silver Knight weapons in this game, so yeah, it can't be anything dead on, but yeah, many of them use straight swords, so a straight sword is a fine choice. But at any rate, this is all just a lot of chasing This dude, he cannot turn in and just try to destroy us, because we're staying, most of the time we're staying far enough away from each other that we're not going to damage each other, but we're staying close enough that there's not much he can do in terms of trying to turn and burn, get a couple hits in, and keep running. We're a bit too closely knit for that. Now here he makes a stand on the stairs, so I go ahead and hang back because I don't want exactly what happened to that purple to happen to me. This other invader has a rather large sword, and I don't want to get in the way of that, so I just come in towards the end for the finale. And that's that one. Now, here we're going to have some uber fast forwarding again, because this clip is immensely long. This was a solo host that I invaded. Of course, I don't know for sure it's a solo host yet. I figured that out pretty quick when I don't run into anyone. That Silver Knight is alive. This Silver Knight is alive, but I see the tower moving. So I decided to come over here to investigate, thinking maybe they just ran by or something. Call the tower down, don't see anybody. The tower immediately gets called back up. So I'm thinking that they're here, that something's going to happen. Nothing happens. Now, a Dark Spirit did die, but I have no idea how. I saw nothing. But thinking perhaps that the host is up in Anne Orlando, I decided to take it up and check it out. It gets brought back down. So I bring it back up again. Because at this point I want to take a look around up here. Nothing going on up there. It gets called down again. So down I come. And here's an Aldrich with a great bow. So he was the one calling it down. So I make his acquaintance and say, okay, let's head up to Anne Orlando. Let's go check it out. Now that this isn't just going up and down and up and down. So we get here. He gets back on the elevator pretty quick. I want to take a look around a little bit. See, the door is not open. The Silver Knights aren't dead or even triggered. So the host indeed did not come up here. So that was a whole lot of elevator shenanigans for no reason whatsoever. Not sure why it was moving in the first place. There was somebody up top at some point. Maybe it was the Dark Spirit who died. I'm not sure. But at any rate, I come on back down into the main area. I see somebody taking damage. So that is an indication to me that we have found the host. Come over here. There's nothing going on. There's another red. But no host. No more damage numbers. I don't know what's happening. I start looking in hiding places. Then I see there's some phantom fighting, but it's just a red wearing the untrue white ring. Or an Aldrich, rather. So there's 4 of us at this point, so I know it's, I already kind of figured it was a lone host when we couldn't find them. Now I'm certain of that fact. And then this guy gets shot. Here's the host. Host was hiding up here and wearing the obscuring ring so that we wouldn't find her. Not sure what the plan was. Maybe just to get us all separated and kill us one by one. Maybe the point was just to go on a merry chase. I don't know. At any rate, she makes the jump. I don't. Aldrich doesn't even try it. So I'm going to take the stairs. Aldrich is going to take the drop. And we're going to hopefully not lose her. Aldrich runs in here, so I know she didn't come this way. But that doesn't leave a whole lot of closure. And then I spot her here on top of the giant with her bow. Trying to hide, apparently. Go for the backstab. That's not going to work. Now it's a regular battle. Now the Aldrich did not find us. I'm not sure where he went. But he's still looking. The other invaders that were here, like I said, there's 4 of us in total. They're all sprawled out looking, which might have been this host plan in the first place, like I said. But at any rate, I'm going to use my hyper armor and just swing through those attacks. I don't care about the damage. And go ahead and get the kill. give her the point down because of how long the invasion was, although it was kind of funny. But still. On to the next one. There was a little bit of looking for these folks before that I cut out. It was finally when this follower started moving around that I caught on to where they were at. So we've got a host and one phantom. And I just saw that a dark moon has been summoned as well. So phantom's got the ring knight paired greatswords, which can be a problem, but also virtually naked with not much health. So that doesn't last too long. So now it's time to go for the host, and she is going to backtrack because she does not want to deal with me and the followers all at once. Missed that plunge, and now she's summoning again. So there is the host, there is the dark moon, and a phantom's coming. But I get this glorious backstab. Switch to the straight sword for the finale there, and that's all she wrote. Never saw the blue whatsoever. Didn't even know there was one actually until I was just now doing the commentary. So, good job, blue, I guess. Now here we have another invasion in good old Gang City. We've got a host with one phantom, a red, and one other Aldrich. Now, this was before I knew that Aldriches could not damage each other. I wasn't aware of that at the time. So I'm sticking to the host, putting pressure on him so that he can't go help his phantom. Really what I should have done in hindsight is gone and helped my Aldrich buddy with the phantom, since we wouldn't have been able to damage each other. But you live, you learn. Instead, I'm coming after this host with the red, and we're doing a pretty good job of staying on the host, both of us, but staying away from each other. Because when it comes to teamwork with invaders, that's incredibly necessary. Knowing spacing and giving space to your invader teammates, because a lot of the time, you know, especially around meta level, you're going to be doing a lot of damage if your build's optimized in any way, shape, or form. And so it could easily, you know, you could one combo your teammate, and now you have one less teammate. So now red got backstabbed, he's in trouble, so I'm coming right in. I'm hoping that he can avoid my attacks and heal up. At first I wasn't swinging, I was just going for the guy. Just trying to get his attention. Then I did swing. And red did manage to avoid it. Now we both go for the dropping attack. I drop on him, unfortunately. I was going to give him the curl up gesture to let him know I was sorry, but it's not time for that. The phantom is dead, and now it's just this host and us three. So there'll be time for gestures later if we win. But for the time being, it's time to get on this guy. So he has switched to looks like the iron round shield and a straight sword. He wants to go for parries. I'm not really afraid of that. Curved swords are parryable, but the window on them is so difficult that not very many people are able to parry them. So I'm not real concerned. I'm a little bit playing with my timings a little bit, but I don't even really need to. There I get a nice running attack on him. Go for the jumping attack that time because I knew he was going to try to parry. Now he's running through, and we're able to get him. And now one of those great community feelings, the team point down. Team point down, throwing dung pies. Oh, just so much fun. Now this one I cut out 99% of the invasion. I was in this world for like 25 minutes chasing after these folks and pot-shotting them with arrows when I could because they were usually pretty far away from me. But the phantom died, and finally, as I get the host over there, connection error. What do you know? It's fine. I wouldn't have made it down to him anyway before he did whatever he was going to do. Now here I was very surprised, but there were embers at the settlement at meta level. So not exactly sure why, but went ahead and charged in anyway, and ran into this chap. So he's also got a parry shield. Once again, other than rolling attacks or running attacks, I'm not real worried. The R1 is difficult to parry from a curved sword, or at least not difficult, but it requires some pretty specific timing. So I'm not real concerned about him throwing out a parry. Instead, he tries to hit me, and I just plow right through him. Give him a nice wave. GG, buddy. So now here, another place I didn't think there'd be embers, the Cathedral of the Deep. But there were. I got seeded while I was back in with the zombie dudes, and one of them is slowly shambling toward me. But now the seed has ended. Now these guys know from the zombies shuffling around, I think, that I'm forward in the level. They're not coming out of there. So I go ahead and take a pot shot at the Phantom's face, just to let him know I'm here. And that greatly angers the blue. Blue is coming, all vim and vigor. So I go ahead and just take him to from 100 to 0 real quick. His buddies aren't coming for him. He's stuck on zombies. It's over. And he knows it, poor guy. So now I want to look and see if the host and Phantom backed off, or if they're coming, or if they're still staying in the same spot. It looks like they have indeed backed off. So I go ahead and come out. 2v1, I'm not as concerned about having enemies on my side. 3v1, I want those enemies. Now I am obscured, so the host didn't see me there. Kind of just hiding over here for a second, but the Phantom comes over just far enough that he's able to get a beat on me. And once he does, the host is aware of where I'm at as well. So now we've got a proper little 2v1 here. Host takes some damage from the PvE enemy, and I'm getting fire all over the place. That host is chucking the fire. So I'm going to swing around this little thing here in order to prevent that from happening. I get Undead Hunter Charmed by the Phantom, and I don't need to heal right now, but if I get spammed, I will. So I start backtracking. He comes in for the jumping attack and gets knocked out of it in 2-shot. So now it's just me and the host. I am kind of hiding in the enemies for a second there to let that Hunter Charm wear off. I don't want to not be able to heal in the event that I get a bunch of fireballs to the face at one time or something. So I go ahead and buff to come in at him. He thinks he can buff like this is some kind of duel after the events that already occurred. Go ahead and make short work of him. Bye, buddy. GG. And I don't want to point down, so I go ahead and give him the applause, because that was good, clean fun. Now here I found myself at good old Archdragon Peak, which is one of my favorite places to invade at level 80 or 90. I didn't think there'd be much activity here at meta level, but I did find this chap having a disagreement with the Drakeblood Knight. So I just go ahead and interrupt that and take him right out. Should have had the Thrall head on for that one. That was a troll more than an invasion. So still an Archdragon, looking around for this host and Phantom, and here they are. Now I don't want to trade with the Fume, so I'm backing down a little bit. Get the Phantom on his own, 2-shot him, which kind of surprised me. The Exile on a strength build is pretty intimidating, even when not buffed. So this guy's just backing off. I go ahead and get a swipe in on him. Backing off, and now it's time for just straight up running. I'm not sure where he's going. He gets the heal off, so I think, okay, he'll turn around now that he's had the opportunity to heal. Nope, just keeps running. Running circles, I don't know, running laps around the track, as it were. I don't know what his plan is, but whatever his plan was, it didn't work. Give him a nice wave. GG, Sonic. Now this one, all right. First of all, as I'm looking, I see that he's in by the bonfire. So I come a little bit closer, and now he's not. That's an interesting little loading thing. That I thought was interesting. But at any rate, I had been looking for this guy for a little bit because there were some things out of place in the level. But it turned out that whatever was out of place, either a phantom was doing it for him and died, or he had progressed through the level and then backed down. So I go ahead and take a shot at him because I want him to come out of that room. And I've got all day. He's not coming, so I decide, all right, I'll go in the room. Fine. And pulled the plug. Luckily, I immediately then invaded, got the same guy. So I know where he's chilling. So I'm taking a second to check the name there and make sure that it is the same guy. It is, so I'm running straight for the bonfire room. And now he's summoning phantoms, so at least he's not pulling the plug just yet. So I go for the backstab, don't get it. Go ahead and give him a couple slaps there. He's changing his armor, I don't care. If I had given him enough time, he would have pulled the plug again. Not today, though. Not today.